come on down. Oh, this is just perfect. This is just perfect. We're few today, but this is perfect because one brother on either side, mom right here. I'm sorry. I'm going to get in trouble if I don't remember. Nobody really wants to hear me. They want to hear everyone else. And this will be really important today. What's today?
Mother's Day.
Uh-huh.
The 11th.
Good one. What day of the week?
It's still Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it could be anything, really. No, it's Mother's Day. Of course it's Mother's Day. So I have a really important question to ask you, and it's great that, this is just perfect, because...
I do have a mom.
That's good to know. Thank you. Anybody not? Who doesn't? Raise your hand. No? Okay. Okay, remember when you were born?
Yeah, it hurt.
You're supposed to say no.
No.
Okay. This is... Do you remember when you were born?
Yeah.
Does anybody actually, seriously, does anybody actually remember? This is really interesting because, what's his name? There's a really famous actor. He was in Jurassic Park.
His name is what?
Nope. Really famous actor. Anyway, somebody asked him if his earliest memory, and he said he remembered being born. And what he meant was that he remembers this sort of sense of warmth and light and something as his earliest memory. And I mean, that could have been any time, for sure. But it's interesting that his earliest memory is warmth and light coming into the world. I just thought it was really interesting because nobody remembers being born, surely. Do you remember them being born? Yes. Excellent. Okay, you didn't even have to say anything. Right. Okay. Yeah, and all of the mothers in the room, I'm sure you're all going, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. But let me ask you a different question, slightly different question. What do you remember about your mom?
She has brown hair, and she has blue eyes, and she's wearing earrings.
What do you remember about your mom?
She's my mom.
What do you remember?
I remember that she's my mom.
What's your earliest memory?
Her being my mom.
I can't specify that. Yeah, I can't remember anything past being 6 right now. I can remember stuff, just not my mom passing before then. I think before I turned 8, I wasn't really focused on anything.
It's true.
Okay, how about this? Do you remember your, make sure you get the right answer here, remembering it's Mother's Day. Do you remember your mom being kind?
Yes.
Do you remember your mom being loving?
Yes.
Do you remember your mom being stern with you?
Sometimes.
Do you remember your mom having to have difficult talks with you because you're a pain? I mean, because you did something.
No, that never happened. I'm perfect.
Yes, 100%. Yes, definitely. I can answer that one for her.
You get 2 flowers. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. We might not remember being born, but we sure remember those moments that would describe Mom, right? The moments that they took care of us or fed us or helped us get dressed in the morning. Probably still do. You guys. Or not. But those are the moments we remember. And sometimes we remember the really difficult ones too, right? The difficult moments when we've been difficult, perhaps. And You do what with those?
I usually just block those out of my memory.
Why?
And it's because I don't like those memories.
That's a really good point, isn't it? Especially when it's somebody that we love, that's important in our lives. We often tend to, I hope, focus on the really good moments, right? I think we do.
That's instinctual. It's a bias thing.
Sorry?
It's like an instinctual thing to just block out the bad
The bad
memories.
things? Block out the bad things?
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes it's important to hold on to the bad things?
Sometimes. So you don't have bad things happen again, something like that.
Because you learn from it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So there's other experiences with your mom, moments you learn stuff.
Yes.
You learn stuff from your mom, right?
Yeah.
You learn stuff from your mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you do. You taught her about caribou or moose?
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. She was wrong and I was right. It was awesome.
You make a really good point. Because here's a really interesting thing. A few years back, some of the sort of different churches, different denominations of the church, had this idea that instead of having Mother's Day, they call it Christian Family Sunday. And that's really what?
That's really long. I can't
It's
remember
really
all
long.
that.
Yes, it is. You could call it CFS. Christian Family Sunday. And their thinking wasn't that moms aren't important. Of course they are. Their thinking was, we tend to focus on things like mom has brown hair or mom's my mom, and not on the things that are really important, the things that we really remember, like the kindness and love, the grace that is often so necessary, that is those important things, that what it means to be a mom. And the thing about those things is that those are Jesus, right? Those are the things that Jesus is trying to teach everybody. And so those are things that could be a mother in others. Oh, a mother in others. Yeah, right? So like your dad can be like that too. You're,
Mother and others, or are you actually saying Jesus and others and phrasing it differently? Because
am I saying what?
you're just saying a Jesus and others, right? Because a mother and others, like you can say those
Why
are
not?
synonymous. I don't know.
Because sometimes people are like a mother to you, aren't they? I mean, and that can be a brother or sister. It could be an aunt or an uncle. It could be, excuse me, lots of people do things that are like a mother to you, right? And those are the important things to remember. And so excuse me, what they were thinking about was that that's what makes a family, right? Is that everyone loving each other and caring for each other and offering that grace that is often so necessary, and offering kindness, and sometimes just joking around with them, right? I mean, that's important too, right?
Do you need your water? Your water. It's like you coughed a few times.
I appreciate you caring for me in a motherly way. That is very kind of you. So they had this idea that we'd call it Christian Family Sunday because everyone should learn to be that kindness and grace and love that is what it means to be a mom and a dad. We still have those, like Father's Day's in June, right? I think, right? Yeah, see, there's the interesting thing about that.
I didn't know when Mother's Day was either. I forgot. I had to look it up like 2 weeks ago.
You had to look it up,
Yeah.
Mother's Day,
I had to look up Mother's Day, and I forgot about it today.
and you were saying that in front of your mom,
Yeah, she already knew.
and you still forgot.
Yeah.
Kids today, eh? The thing is, all of those things that we wrap up in what our mom is about, all of those things that we're so grateful for in our lives, are things that can be offered by others in our lives. There are also things that for some people are missing in their lives. And so it makes the day really kind of complicated for lots of people. So this idea of Christian Family Sunday is meant to encourage people to think beyond that, right? To think that that love and grace that we offer, as that mothers offer, can be offered by anyone to anyone. You don't have to be related to be a mother to somebody. And that's such an important, that is so much about Jesusing. Sorry, I know you're thinking to yourself, are you ever going to give that up? I'm not, and by the way, I'm adding Jesus-y to it. Because that's all very Jesus-y. Yes. So one of the ways that comes across in the Bible, though, is the idea of Jesus being like a shepherd, right? And the shepherd in a flock. And again, that's one of those things that we can so easily dismiss, because who wants to be a sheep? Do you want to be a sheep?
No.
Do you want to be a sheep?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you do. Yeah. You have a coat that's kind of like sheepy, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, so you're practicing. That's excellent. But again, that's one of those images where we sometimes have really negative thoughts about it. We're like, who wants to be a sheep? Because like sheep aren't smart and they don't this. And, who wants to get sheared? Sheep are probably comfortable just as they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say they're too stupid to think otherwise?
Yeah.
You're not helping that.
Okay.
But that's the thing, isn't it? That's how we sometimes think, and we sometimes use that as a way to describe people who just don't think or ask questions. And the thing is, you don't know that. Who's a sheep? Anybody a sheep? You don't know, right? But the way we mean to use the image is just like family. It's just like we use the image of family, that the flock is like a family, that we are meant to be connected to each other and have relationships with each other in a way that's loving and meaningful, which takes us back to mom. Yes. Right? Yes. These things are all connected. So when you're celebrating today, please remember people for whom it's a difficult day, because it isn't all of that stuff. But also remember that you can bring that to anyone. You can. So in a minute, we're going to sing the 23rd Psalm, because basically that covers everything. But there's tulips on the communion table. And you may not have all of them, but you may hand them out. Not right now. We're going to do it at the end, because if you hand them out right now, like, you're going to have to sit with them, aren't you? Like, for, out of water and everything. And so if you guys come back, you'll hear the closing video, because it's super loud. Nobody leave. And it can be super loud, can't it, Graham? Yes, okay. And if you come back, you can help me hand them out at the end. How about that? And you can be a mother to others. Oh, I'm definitely adding that phrase too. Let's sing the 23rd Psalm. I am. Thanks, guys.